Hey, what's up, guys? Jonathan here with Florida Turf Pros. The question that I get asked, hands down, the most is, it's coming from somebody who is considering starting a lawn business, and the question comes in many forms. But basically, it is how do you go from leaving a secure paying job? Like, what is the motivating factor to leave that job and launch a business? Like, what is it that gives you that nudge to do that? And again, that question, it comes in many different forms. Um, but it is the question that I get asked the most, and I get it, man. I totally do. It's a valid concern, valid question, and fear, for many people. And if you've always, operated a lawn business or been a business owner, like, you don't really understand the anxiety that would come along with leaving a secure paying job to launch out into the unknown, all the eyebrow raising that's going to be happening around you. And I want to just kind of talk about that really quick in this video. And tell you how I navigated some of that stuff whenever I left my job as a law enforcement officer. And then I also want to while this video is not meant to be an overly like rah-rah, you can do it type thing, I think that if you're on the fence about starting a lawn care business, if you just listen to the few of these points that I'm going to give you, I think by the end of the video, you'll be encouraged to go ahead and take that leap. So let's go ahead and jump into it, okay? Okay, so the first thing that I would tell you about starting your lawn business is that while it's good to look forward to all of the positive things that can come from owning a business, whether it's more money or more time on your hands or whatever it is that you are looking forward to, I have found, and for me, a bigger motivating factor to take that plunge was the negative experience that I was having in my current situation at my job. And for me, it was this, and your thing's probably going to be totally different, but for me, it was two things, okay? Number one, my job was not conducive to a good family life. I was doing shift work, I was working all hours of the night, being kind of ran all over the place, and I was missing my kids' events. And that was probably the single biggest factor for me. The second thing was that I knew what I was capable of, and the best of me was not going to me. It was going to a department, an organization. I know I have a good head on my shoulders. I know I have a strong work ethic. I'm driven. I'm competitive. I have these qualities inside me, and all the things, like all the best parts of me, it was going to an organization, a department. And my argument is this, is unless you are fully committed to the vision and support this organization and what they're doing, like you're willing to like give your life and your time to that department and organization or whatever it is, if you do not emphatically say yes, that you support it like 110% and you're willing to give your time to it, then you are shortchanging yourself, because you are not giving the best of you to you and your family. You're giving it to somebody else. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to your family, which leads me to my second point, okay? The second thing that I would tell you is that, when you're looking at starting a business, like there's no middle ground in this, okay? Yes, you can start it on the side a little bit, but it's never going to be what you want it. You cannot be full-time employee Jonathan and full-time lawn business owner. Both are going to suffer, and you will never, ever realize your full potential. So what I would tell you is this: once you make that commitment, you have to have let those negative things I talked about in point number one fester. It has to fester, and you have to get so mad that you got to realize, like, I can't see myself in this same situation 10 or 15 years from now. Like, that's not what I want for my life. And once you realize that, and again, in point number two, is that you are going to realize, like, there's no turning back. Like, I am sinking that ship. I don't care if I burn bridges. I don't care who I piss off. It doesn't matter anymore, because I'm done with that. Like, I'm committing to me incorporated, okay? I'm in it for me and my family. Go into it with that mindset. Take you into number three, okay? The third thing that I would tell you is that once you have this commitment, like you've let this negativity fester, and now you're like, I can't see myself doing this 10 or 15 years from now. I'm making the commitment. I'm doing this. And you're going to be excited. And it takes you, again, into point number three. And there's going to be people that try to rain on your parade, man. 99% of them people don't matter. But what I'm fixing talking about is the 1% who do. those people do matter, and it sucks. It sucks real bad. And there's nothing that I can tell you that is going to make it suck any less. You know, whenever your mom or dad or your parents say like, hey, I don't support this. You know, I don't think this is a good idea. Or a brother or a friend or somebody you look up to says, hey man, you know, what are you doing jeopardizing your family? Or your spouse. What if your spouse doesn't support this? And your spouse says, I don't want this for our family. What I'm going to tell you is this. It don't matter. Your mom don't want you to do it, it don't matter. Your dad doesn't support it, it doesn't matter. Your spouse doesn't want you to do it, it sucks. But guess what? It don't matter. You know why? Because at point number 2, we've already committed to this, because at point number 1, we realize all those negative things, we can't see 10 or 15 years of ourselves doing this. So while it sucks, all that negative stuff, you've let it drive you. You're not going to see yourself doing that 10 or 15 years from now, so you've committed to doing this. And number 3, nobody's going to tell you no. It don't matter who it is. It don't matter if it is your spouse, your mama, your grandma, your church, your pastor. It don't matter who it is. You're going to do this, which leads me into my 4th point, is that if you take those 3 things with you, the negativity, 100% commitment, and you don't let anybody stand in your way, it leads me to this. And this is the biggest piece of advice I can give you. Whatever you think you are capable of doing, whatever it is, you will quadruple it and shatter your expectations for yourself and for your business. I promise. I am living proof of that. I'm nothing special. I'm an average guy who was in the same situation as you, but I was driven by a lot of negativity and things that fueled me and pushed me into an area where I knew I could do better. I wanted to give the best of me to me and my family, me incorporated. Like, I was in it for me. You take all those things, and if you let those first 3 things fuel you, and number 4, man, like what I was saying is that whatever expectations you have for yourself, you're going to shatter it. Do not shortchange yourself. I just wanted to replace my income and have more time on my hands and be more family centered. Like that's all I wanted. But I'm here to tell you, you can have all that and all this. You can have so much more. This industry will give you more than what you are expecting. And if you go into it with the right mindset, and you're willing to market, and you're willing to, run your business correctly, run the finances correctly, and you're willing to keep going and really invest in this thing and commit to it, it'll change your life, man. My lawn business, it's changed my life. Again, I'm not sitting here on a pedestal and telling you that I'm anything special. I was in your shoes. I made a commitment. Those are the things that drove me, and the expectations that I had. The only thing that I wish I would have done differently is I wish I had my expectations up here, because once I have got in here and realized it, your perspective is out here, and you realize what you are truly capable of doing. Stop shortchanging yourself. Stop shortchanging your family. Give the best of you to you. You incorporated. Change your life, man. Good luck.